Welcome to Reviewed Gaming, where we offer our honest breakdowns on some of the latest games, unsung classics, and indie greats. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button to keep up to date with our latest videos. I'm the Celtic Punk, and this is The Outer Wilds. The Outer Wilds is a space exploration simulator with puzzle solving and a heavy emphasis on story. You take control of an alien explorer from the world of Timber Hearth, known as Hearthians. As the hatchling, as you are known, you are the newest member of the Outer Wilds Ventures, a space program whose goal is to travel to different worlds of the solar system and explore. After a brief introduction of some of the equipment and mechanisms you'll have at your disposal, and receiving the launch codes for your ship, you have a brief encounter with a strange artifact, the significance of which won't become apparent until much later. Soon after, you'll board your ship, put on your EVA suit, and take off from your home, the world of Timber Hearth, to explore your solar system. With all your neighbouring planets to explore, it's completely up to you to fly in any direction you like, land on any planet around your sun, and explore old Nomai ruins or unique landscapes. While the initial premise is to simply explore, seek out ancient Nomai bases and relics, translate their text to understand more of who they were and understand the pieces of themselves they left behind. But as you'll find yourself trapped in the time loop, being reset each time your sun explodes, your focus shifts to finding a way to stop your sun from going supernova and saving yourself and your fellow Hearthians from a terrible fate. Unknown to everyone at the start, your sun has reached the end of its life cycle and is going to explode. But immediately afterwards, you wake up at your camp at home with all your memories intact. You find yourself trapped in a time loop, being reset each time your sun explodes. From there, your focus shifts to finding a way to stop your sun from going supernova and saving yourself and fellow Hearthians from a terrible fate. The main gameplay loop takes place over a 22-minute cycle, at the end of which culminating in your sun exploding, taking you and everything with it. At which point you wake up, at home, in front of the launch pad of your spacecraft, ready to go again. Any fatal mishap, crash or poorly thought out manoeuvre will also simply reset your progress back, giving you the chance to continue attempting again and again. This also means that you'll have to be decisive with what you attempt in each loop, as each location goes through a particular series of events that can be missed if you're busy elsewhere. As with most space exploration games, your ship is your most invaluable tool. It may not look like much, but your little powerhouse will get you to each neighbouring planet happily, with a handy autopilot to get you to each location while correctly controlling your speed, but not always minding your environment. There's also a ship's log that chronicles all the information you have gathered from each location in an easily relatable rumour board. It also has the option to... It also has areas to... It also stores the resources to refuel your EVA suit and oxygen whenever you're running a bit low. You'll carry with you your probe launcher, which at first might not seem like it has much utility, serving little more than a remote control camera. It becomes a crucial survival tool as you uncover its less than obvious utility. And your signal scope, a device that detects different sounds across space, which again will help you in more ways than you'd think, either leading you to other Hearthians who have taken refuge around the system or guiding you to hidden locations. Both of these devices are available to you while exploring and piloting your ship. While the solar system in the Outer Wilds is more on the macro scale than its real life counterpart, each celestial body has its own gravity and physics. As you get closer to a stellar mass, you'll transition from freely gliding through the void, only needing your thrusters to accelerate or slow yourself, to wrestling with the planet's gravity to find the perfect landing spot, or take off back into space in order to explore another world. Each planet even has its own level of gravity, with some planets having low enough Gs that you can accidentally boost yourself free from its grip and become adrift in space. There are 7 main areas in the game to explore. Timberhearth, your point of origin and home, a lush green world with people to see and interact with. The eerie and imposing oceans of Giant's Deep, an imposing world abundant in cyclones that launch the very few islands populating the surface into the upper atmosphere, with secrets above and below the depths. Ash Twin and Ember Twin, also known as the Hourglass Twins, a pair of binary planets whose depths slowly become buried under tons of sand, while the structures of its partner gradually open up inch by inch. Brittle Hollow, a hollow planet with Nomai ruins hung from the underside of its cracked and fractured surface, slowly being lost as pieces fall into the black hole that makes its core, each time the volcanic moon that orbits it unleashes a volley of molten rock at its surface. Dark Bramble, a deep and foreboding world, bigger on the inside, its grim and murky interior being the host to the deadly anglerfish and gatekeeping some of the solar system's biggest secrets, known only to those brave enough to venture inside. The Interloper, a small and fast-moving comet on a wide orbit that hides a dark and terrifying secret. And the enigmatic Quantum Moon, whose location shifts from world to world, never staying in one place unless observed. If you look away, it will disappear. One of the most refreshing aspects of Outer Wilds is the complete lack of combat in any form. Instead, the only barriers impeding you are your own knowledge of each location and ensuring that you're in the right place at the right time so the path is open to you. Your goal is exploration and knowledge, learning about the Nomai, the solar system itself, and the worlds you can freely visit. This means that, while you are on the clock in a way, there is, in most cases, less urgency, instead leaving you with a sense of wonder and freedom. This is somewhat undermined by the underlying existential dread of being stuck in a constant cycle of death and watching your solar system be annihilated on a regular basis. But nothing beats the feeling of starting up a loop, jumping into your ship, and rocketing off into the darkness to once again explore to your heart's content. That is until your autopilot accidentally jets you into the sun. I haven't gone into depth of any of the locations or puzzles that you have to solve, and there are plenty of places to explore that I haven't mentioned in this review. But this is simply because I don't want to spoil anything for a new player going into this for the first time. Each person's journey is unique, and how they tackle the challenges should be an experience all of its own. As you can see from the footage, the game is visually stunning, with breathtaking views and a style that sucks you into its universe and never lets you go, and a beautifully haunting, melancholic soundtrack gently accompanying you throughout your journeys. If you're in the mood for a captivating adventure through the stars, or enjoy piecing together a long-forgotten mystery, then get your hands on the Outer Wilds. The game's available on PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. But that's all from me. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe and check out our other content. Press that notification button if you want to be notified of our new releases, and I'll see you